everyone, my name is Kristin Hayes and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today we're going to be making this Joy to the World Christmas card. It's like the shimmer white and the very vanilla all together for kind of a monochromatic look. So let's get started. We're going to start with a piece of the thick Whisper White, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, and I did score it at 4 1/4. Then I have a piece of, this is the Shimmer White, and I don't know if the camera picks up the shimmer, but it is shimmery. And this is in the annual catalog, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. We'll put that aside. I've run through the Big Shot 2 of our pieces that we're going to put our tree on. These are part of the Stitched Nested Labels dies. And I've used the second to biggest one for the white, and then the third to the biggest one for the shimmer white again. So I ran those through already. We'll put those aside as well. And then we're going to work on the tree right here, this tree. And we're going to be using some new products out of the new annual, the new Christmas catalog. So what I did is I have these Pine Woods dies, and I have a couple pieces out. These are great, and they have a matching stamp set that you can buy as a bundle. We're not using the stamp set today, but they are available for 10% off if you get them together. And these are just great trees, and you don't have to just use them obviously for Christmas time. They're great all winter long. Okay, so I went through and I took this outline and I ran it through already with the Whisper White. So now we're going to work on the detailing piece to go on top of it. So you can see I've got the Whisper White underneath and then this detailing on top. So this is the die we're going to use, and we're going to use it in conjunction with the outline again. So I have a piece of Very Vanilla here, and what we're going to do is cut out a piece of this adhesive. Now this adhesive is in the annual catalog, and they're 6 inches by 12 inches, and I think you get 12 of them in here, and you just cut them to the size you need. And unlike, we've had adhesives before, and I found them a little difficult to use. These are very easy to use. So I always cut it just a smidge smaller than my piece that I'm working with, just so it doesn't get sticky over the edges and make a mess. So I'm just going to hold it and trim like that. All right, and then we can use this piece for another project. So you can see there's adhesive. We're going to be putting this on in 2 steps. So there's a piece you peel off, and this is your sticky piece. So we're just going to, it's very sticky. Adhere it to the Very Vanilla, and then we'll peel off the other piece. In the past, some of the ones we've had didn't peel off well and are stuck in the wrong places. This is really good. Now this is hanging over a little bit, so before we put it in the Big Shot, I'm just going to cut that part off so we don't get glue everywhere. So I found the easiest way to do this is to do the outline of it first. So let's bring up the Big Shot. Let me just move this piece over a little bit. All right. I still have glue on my fingers from where I touched the adhesive. Okay, so we're gonna put this on here like this and just run it through like you normally would. Okay, there we go. We're gonna use this again. So now you have your tree, and it does have the adhesive on the back, but we want to put the detailing in this piece. So we're going to take the detailed piece and just layer it back on top of this. And you want to get it pretty much exactly over the top. So I concentrate on getting the tree stump and the top of the tree lined up, and that should make the rest of it pretty good. So we're gonna just feed this through. It's a little tight, there we go. All right, and then I'll just bring it back over here. And you can see, maybe if I get it apart, there we go. You can see all the detailing. Now, the easiest way to take these off, I have found, is to take the backing off, but you want to be ready to stick it when you do. So we have our white piece here, and I'm just going to take, some of them will just fall out, and some of them we're going to have to help. So I'm going to find an end here, and gently pull, and you can see it's taking those other pieces off with it. So you don't have to spend time poking them all out. Now we missed one here, but that's no big deal. We'll just poke that out with our tool, or take your pick tool. Now this is the trickier part because it is sticky. So I'm going to start with the tree stump here and just layer this on top. And I'm just taking my time, trying to make sure everything's lined up properly. And there we go. So now it's all stuck to it, so you don't have to use the fine tip glue. You don't have to get glue everywhere. It makes it pretty quick and easy. So then to frost this, make it look like it's snowy, I have the multi-purpose, all-purpose ink in the frost white. This is in the annual catalog, and you just want to shake it up. There's a little ball in there that helps shake up the paint. And then we're going to just take a sponge, and you can tell I've used the sponge before, but I just wash them, and then you can use them for anything. And you don't need a lot. It goes a long way. So I'm just going to brush this on the tree like this, and it dries really pretty quickly. And then just go back where I have my fingerprint there. And it looks like I got it all. So we'll just put that there for a moment to dry. And then we're going to do our Joy to the World sentiment. And I just have a piece of scrap Whisper White. And you know what? I think I didn't pull out the right punch for that. So that is the 1 1/4. Let me just grab that quick. Here it is. Okay. So I'm going to use some embossing. So I'm going to use my embossing buddy. And then my Joy to the World is out of the Itty Bitty Christmas cling set in the annual catalog. And this is a great workhorse stamp set because you can obviously use it. It's a Christmas stamp set, but use it all the time for all your little Christmas needs. So we're just going to ink this up. Give it a good press. I'm just going to pull in a piece of scrap here. And I've got my gold embossing powder. Sprinkle it on. Tap, tap, tap. Let's just put the extra back in. And then I'm just going to grab my heat tool and we'll heat this up. There we go. All right, so we'll punch this out. You could always use a die for this as well. There we go. And now we're going to start to assemble our card. So to start with, I don't think I told you, this piece of the Shimmer White was already run through the Big Shot with the, what is this one? The Dainty Diamonds, I'm pretty sure. Yep, Dainty Diamonds embossing folder. So I did do that before we got started. I don't think I mentioned that embossing folder. So we're going to bring in some ribbon. Here we go. I've got stuff all over the place. There's my tree. All right, and we're just going to cut a piece that goes right across the middle of the card here. We'll use our stamping seal to put it on. Just have to put a little bit, whoops. It's just not going to want to come off. Can't get a good, there we go, good enough. All right, it's on the back anyways, no one's going to see that part. I don't know why I stress sometimes about little things like that, but I do. All right, so we're just going to pull this across and tuck it in over here. And then we're going to, let's put it on the base before we start playing with the, give it some Stampin' Seal. All right, we'll center that on. And then the bigger, the white piece here, I slid underneath. I suppose I could have done it before I put the ribbon on, but I did it this way when I started, so now it's in my head to do it this way. So we're just going to slide it under the ribbon like that, and then give that a press. And then we're going to pop this piece up on dimensionals. All right. There we go. We're going to pop up our tree up on dimensionals. Alrighty, just center that one on. Then we're going to make a little bow to put on the side, and I always make my bows right on the spool, just because I don't know, I feel like I waste less ribbon that way. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. All right, pull that, and then you can just fuss with it to get it the way you want it to look. That looks pretty even, I guess. Maybe just pull that a little bit more. There we go. All right, so then I'm just going to trim this, and we're going to put that on with a glue dot. And I just roll it up. Let's see. We'll put it on this way. And then I just tuck it as close to this shimmer white layering piece as I can. That's a little bit long on that end. Let's just trim that a little more. There we go. And then we just have our Joy to the World. So I kind of tucked it in the tree a little bit. So we want to put a dimensional over here on this side. I'll use a mini, I think. And then I'm just going to tuck a little of the stamping seal on this side to hold it, maybe, if it wants to work for me. There we go. All right, just to hold it in place. There we go. And we are all set. So I just want to show you quick another card I did with the same technique, kind of. This is the same Christmas. I just used Just Jade and I used Shaded Spruce on the top. But this one, I did the middle part first, the detailing part, and then did the outline. And you can see I came really close here. So I found it's a bit easier to do the outline first and then put the center in. But do it whatever way works for you, obviously. So here is our original, and here's the one we made. Thank you so much for watching. All of my links will be listed down below. Have a great day. Thank you.